The system makes driving in traffic jam situations significantly more comfortable. Whenever required, the system steers the vehicle and keeps it in the lane. Steering assistance is provided even without the driver actively steering in the same direction. The driver continues to be responsible for monitoring the vehicle's surroundings and the traffic conditions. If the situation requires it, an intervention will be necessary. The system determines the position of the lane markings and the vehicle driving ahead using a large number of radar sensors and a stereo camera. A camera in the area of the instrument cluster detects if the driver is paying attention to the traffic conditions. As soon as the vehicle is in a traffic jam situation at a speed below 60 kilometers per hour, the system can be activated and support the driver in controlling the vehicle. This does not require that the hands touch the steering wheel, but the driver must pay attention to the traffic conditions. The system orientates itself on the lane markings and vehicles driving ahead, adjusts the speed, and carries out steering movements. The system allows outstanding, comfortable driving in traffic jam situations. The system warns of cross traffic when driving out of blind driveways or diagonal parking spaces. Radar sensors in the rear bumper monitor the area behind the vehicle. With corresponding equipment, the area in front of the vehicle is monitored as well. Additional radar sensors are located in the front bumpers. When the system is activated, the recognition is switched on automatically as soon as the systems for the parking assistant are active and a gear is engaged. When the sensors recognize crossing vehicles, the system warns in the display, on the control display, and by flashing of the light in the exterior mirror. Depending on the vehicle equipment and traffic situation, a warning tone will sound. Depending on the vehicle equipment, the warning is also displayed in the image of the rearview camera. The system thereby makes driving out of blind parking situations significantly more comfortable. The system may prevent some accidents with cross traffic at intersections and junctions in the city. In the event of an accident, the system may reduce impact speed. Radar sensors and cameras monitor the area in front of the vehicle. At intersections and junctions, a warning is issued when a danger of collision is detected. In case of a warning, respond yourself by braking or make an evasive maneuver. Depending on the traffic situation, the system assists with an automatic braking intervention in the event of an increased risk of collision. The system can thereby be helpful for increasing safety at intersections and preventing accidents with crossing traffic.
I'm here with the Audi S8. This luxury car, along with other Audi models, has an invisible protective bubble using a network of 360-degree cameras, sensors and scanners. Among other things, these can help the driver to detect and react to a variety of potential collision hazards, to manoeuvre and park in tricky situations, and to even safeguard precious alloy wheels from unforgiving curbs. The four 360-degree cameras on board the S8 are the all-seeing eyes behind what Audi has called Presense 360. It unites the Presense front, side and rear safety systems to shield the car from the outside world. If its banks of sensors detect an impending collision, they can try to prevent it by autonomously activating full braking and can try to lessen its consequences through measures like pre-tensioning the seatbelts, shutting the windows and panoramic roof and activating the hazard lights. The S8 is cleverer still. It features what we call predictive active suspension, which is also closely linked to the camera and sensor systems and can almost instantly raise the car's body on one side by as much as 80mm if it detects a side impact is imminent, bringing the sill, one of the strongest parts of the car, into a better position to absorb the impact energy and divert it away from the occupants as fully as possible. When it comes to parking, the Manoeuvre Assist system is on hand to help. The cameras and sensors scan the car's surroundings and identify all the moving and stationary objects larger than 10 centimetres in its vicinity. So if you're parking at a speed of less than 6 miles per hour, it prevents collisions with these obstacles by sending warning pulses through the steering wheel and by automatically braking the car to a stop if necessary. While you're on the hunt for a space, so is your Audi if it has the Park Assist system fitted. When it's travelling at speeds of below 12 miles per hour, the car's sensors continuously assess potential parking bays for suitability and alert you by the multimedia interface when you find them. Then it's just a question of accelerating, braking and shifting gears as required while the car completely takes over the often troublesome steering element, making multiple forward and backward manoeuvres if necessary until you're perfectly located in your spot. While this is happening, you can also keep an eye on the process courtesy of those 360-degree cameras. They can beam a virtual overhead view of the car to your MMI display, and in models equipped with the latest MMI touch infotainment system, you can also view it as a 3D digital rendering superimposed on your surroundings, which you can also swivel and zoom in on using your fingertips. In the not too distant future, you won't even need to be sitting in your Audi's park it or retrieve it from its parking spot. You'll be able to control the whole process from the outside via the My Audi app on your smartphone in combination with the remote parking pilot option. Back in the present day, the Park Assist system gives you the option to park in bays either nose first or in reverse, whichever direction you choose. The 360-degree cameras can also help you when the time comes to exit the space, because they can give you a near 180-degree view of the front or rear of the car to help you pull out. The forward-facing view is a great help at other times as well, such as when you're trying to negotiate a tricky junction with poor visibility. For the ultimate protection, many Audi models are also equipped or available with what we call cross-traffic assist, a system that can stand guard at both the front and the rear of the car, as the name suggests. It uses data gathered by the ultrasonic sensors to alert the driver to traffic crossing in front of, to the side or to the rear that may not easily be visible from the driver's seat. It uses a visual warning by the MMI, follows this up with an acoustic signal, and then sends a jolt through the brake pedal if the driver doesn't respond. Like the panoramic front and rear views provided by the cameras, it's a great help in many situations, but it's particularly useful when you're reversing between parked cars in busy areas. To guard against drivers taking a chunk out of their alloys, Audi also offers a curb warning function in some models, which uses the parking system's digital representation of the car on the MMI screen. Whenever the wheels on one side of the car are edging too close to a curb, they're coloured red on the screen, and guidelines indicate how you should counter-steer to avoid potentially expensive contact. Once parked, it's very easy to forget to check for cars, cyclists and other road users approaching from the rear, with potentially disastrous consequences, but thankfully your Audi is still keeping watch. Exit Assist assesses the situation in a split second and activates pulsing red lights in the door panels to warn against opening the doors. The system is active for around 3 minutes after you switch off your Audi's ignition. In this S8, there are a total of 38 assistance systems on board, and drivers are under the watchful eyes of 5 radar sensors, 6 cameras, 12 ultrasonic sensors and a laser scanner.